Welcome to the Scottsdale Vibes podcast. I'm your host, Alicia Haygood. This week, I'm excited to bring back some amazing culture to our community here in Scottsdale. We have Scottsdale Art Week coming up here at WestWorld. It's going to bring galleries and artists from all over the world, collectors as well, to WestWorld. And today we're going to get a behind-the-scenes look at what makes the International Art Fair so special. But first, let's check in with our favorite State Farm agent, Mr. Jeremy Mueller. Living in Scottsdale means knowing the value of community, and that's exactly what you get with Jeremy Mueller Insurance. Giving back to the community is a top priority for Jeremy and his team. He's been here for over 25 years, helping neighbors just like you with home, auto, life, and business coverage. He knows our city well and our lifestyle and our needs. So with 3 local offices, help is always close by. Give Jeremy a call at 480-515-5223 or visit him on the web at jeremymueller.com, because here we look out for each other. Scottsdale has long been known as one of the Southwest's premier arts destinations, from our galleries in Old Town to world-class museums and public art throughout the city. And this week, that reputation takes center stage once again with the return of Scottsdale Art Week, a 4-day international art fair happening March 19th through the 22nd at WestWorld in Scottsdale. It's going to bring together 120 galleries from over 15 countries with artists, collectors, and lovers from across the globe. But what makes Scottsdale Art Week so unique is its emphasis on the Southwest, really highlighting our indigenous expression, regional influences, and the cultural stories that shape this place we call home. So joining me today are Trey, Brennan, and Amy Gause from Scottsdale Art Week. Amy serves as the fair director and has been instrumental in shaping the vision of this event, while Trey plays a key role in bringing the experience to life. So I'm super excited to have both of you here. It's the second year this event has been here. I unfortunately did not get to go last year, so I'm so excited about this week and going. So let's just start off. What is Scottsdale Art Week, and what can we expect this week? I'll start with you, Trey.
Sure. Scottsdale Art Week is going to bring 124 booths with about 110 galleries from around the world.
Wow.
Right? And we're actually closer to 17 countries now.
Goodness.
Yeah. And
That's crazy.
Last year we had 9 total, so we've doubled it.
Yeah.
And we are certainly in growth mode here for our second year, and we're very excited about it. But the fair is actually going to bring its gallery focus from around the world, and it's actually going to bring their stable of artists into our market.
Okay.
And so that's really the point of an international art fair.
I love it. Amy, from your back end experience, what are you excited about with Scottsdale Art Week coming up?
Well, it's just really exciting to have the opportunity to build on the momentum that we created last year when we launched in March of 2025. And so
14,000 people
came through last
inaugural year? Like, that's crazy.
It was incredible, honestly. The amount of support from the community, from the Southwest at large, the cultural institutions. We had buyers last year from Denver, from Las Vegas, from Southern California. So it really, from the very beginning, grew beyond the Valley and the state of Arizona.
I mean, it shows that the need and want is here, first year.
100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So last year we had 14,000. How are you growing this year for 2026 from that? We've already doubled the amount of international galleries that are coming. What else is going on that we can expect?
Absolutely. We brought in more cultural partners, which are the major art institutions in the region. And so they've been a huge support. This year we're working closely with the Phoenix Art Museum. They're the primary beneficiary of our opening night, which is called a vernissage in the art world, but it basically just means a look before it opens to the public.
Okay.
So that takes place on Thursday, March 19th. Very exciting, the support that they're all bringing with their membership, their board of trustees, as well as our sponsors. We work closely with Scottsdale Ferrari, UBS, NetJets. It's just the swell of support from the community is really helping propel us as well.
Trey, as a gallery owner here with Brennan Gallery, talk to me about what makes Scottsdale so unique when it comes to art, specifically with this culture.
It's to boil it down to one word: tourism.
Okay.
Right? I think I've been in 6 art communities in this country, lived in, and Scottsdale. You always want to be in a resort town where the influx of tourism really is so high. That's how you grow your book.
Okay.
Right? In a business term, not to get wonky. But truthfully, the gallery business has really changed over the last 26 years that I've been in it. And that's why an international art fair for exposure exceeds a brick and mortar.
Talk about that a
10.
little bit more.
Yeah, so the catalyst for Scottsdale Art Week really was an exercise that I do in Southampton, New York.
Okay.
And I take my stable of artists and I go there and I do their version of a fair. Who doesn't want to be in the Hamptons?
I was just about to say that. Like, what a great way to start.
But it is in a tent.
Okay.
It's 120, 140 galleries. It's enormous. It's hot. You don't know what the weather's going to do. And so I think my third or fourth year in 2022, I came home and we just kind of went through COVID and our community was exploding. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know why our community didn't have an art fair. And so one fateful day, Austin Unger picked up the phone at WestWorld and we got a week.
Yeah.
And I think not only has this community supported it, it's actually elevated faster than most international art fair startups.
Nothing doubles after 1 to 2 years
Right.
typically, especially when it comes to an event. So yes, that's what I was saying. I mean, the hunger is here for it. You're very specific. We work with a Southwestern kind of theme and artists. Talk about why we kind of stick to what we're known for in our tradition and not expand a little broader on that.
Sure. I think I always like to think of our purpose at Scottsdale Art Week or our mission as dual focused.
Okay.
And so part of that is bringing the international art world to Scottsdale's doorstep. And simultaneously, we're showing the international art world what all Scottsdale and our art scene has
back and
very
forth,
well
yeah.
established. Exactly. And maybe we weren't getting the international recognition that we feel we deserve. And so there's an Indigenous artist component. We actually started an award this year, and we're going to be honoring Cara Romero. She's a fantastic Indigenous photographer. She actually has an exhibit on show right now at the Phoenix Art Museum. That it will
Amazing.
be up through, I believe it's the end of April.
Okay.
Highly recommend checking that out. And she's also going to be exhibiting at the fair. So she'll have a booth. She has a gallery in Santa Fe, New Mexico. So she's coming in. So that's just an example to highlight a powerful, she's been all over ArtNet, making waves in the international art world. And she's going to be front and center here at Scottsdale Art
I
Week.
love that. You're giving out and awards. You mentioned that's the first year you're doing it. Are there any other awards that y'all are giving out this year?
Yes, there are. So we're giving a Lifetime Achievement Award to James Ballinger, and he's the Director Emeritus at Phoenix Art Museum, was there for 40 years.
Wow.
And he is just a powerhouse and really deserves so much credit for laying the foundation of the art scene here in the Valley.
I love that.
Yes.
Recognizing our own, even better. Trey, 17 countries this year. Talk about where some of these international artists are coming from.
Wow.
Many continents.
Yeah. So obviously we have France, we have the UK, we have Turkey, we have South Korea.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty diverse. It's wonderful. Gosh, there's a lot more. I wanted to add
Argentina.
Francis Najafi for philanthropic.
Yes, we are
that's
giving
the third.
that.
Oh, thank you. Okay,
Honor.
for the third award that we're giving out. I'm part of it. I'm just there to enjoy.
You are part
You
of
are
it.
part of it. You are. And so, but the galleries coming in, I can't tell you how excited we are that they're because it takes a lot of effort
Oh, yeah.
logistically just to get here for half of these exhibitors. And so they're basically coming into a market they're unfamiliar with, some of these galleries,
Yeah.
right? And that is a big, big deal for us because we have to actually sell Scottsdale to these galleries in Argentina or Turkey because they think that everything here is, and sometimes they're right, hot, cactus, and that's it,
Yeah.
right? And, we got into the routine of sending architectural trends to illustrate that, this is a much more contemporary modern market than what you associate to.
Yeah.
But more importantly, the amount of energy that's in not only Scottsdale, but just the Valley and the state this time of year, you'll be hard-pressed to find another market like it.
Yeah. I mean, listen, everything that's going on next week, there's spring training in town. There's the art show, Scottsdale Art Week. There's so much stuff going on. Literally, my parents were coming to visit and couldn't find a hotel room. So it's like the perfect time to do everything with the tourism and everything here just to get people more involved in Scottsdale in that sense.
Absolutely.
How do you pick out, do you go through, and I mean, I know everyone has a team behind them, but when you're looking at these international galleries, how are you finding them? I mean, in that sense, or they find you?
It's a curation process.
Okay, yeah.
And truthfully, you have to start somewhere,
Yeah.
right? And this year, I think we're pretty proud. We've elevated the fair
Of course.
in
you
year
have.
2.
Yeah.
And so we're really excited about year 3, 4, 5, and 6, which we actually just signed with WestWorld for another 3 years.
We'll talk about the future. You doubled everything from 2025 to 2026. What does the future of Scottsdale Art Week look like?
Just continuing to build on this momentum, continuing to elevate. We really are bringing in we pride ourselves on thousands of new artists being shown in Arizona for the first time. And so I think important for the collector, under one roof, you're able to come to WestWorld during our show and see thousands of artists, hundreds of galleries where if you decided you wanted to add something to your collection, to visit that many galleries would take a year, right? To go to all these cities and see this. So it's a really neat
It'd be a
opportunity.
fun year, and I think it would
It
probably
really
take
would.
more,
It'd
to
be
be honest.
expensive.
4 trips around the world.
That's just a couple times circle the globe. So I think that's a huge point for collectors. You're able to see so much. We have 32 monumental sculptures this year.
Wow.
And this is really neat. So when you enter the fair this year, there's a company we're working with called Creative Environments. They are fantastic, very high-end landscape design, and they are building 12, it has 12 trees, 4 flower beds, a bubbling fountain that circles this monumental sculpture that weighs 3 tons.
Oh my gosh.
The sculpture alone. And you're gonna walk through the sculpture. And it's this abstract, beautiful piece from Gino Miles. And you're gonna walk through the sculpture to enter the fair. And that's just the beginning, right? So you come inside and then continue down the aisles. You can spend days inside. So
Well, that kind of leads me to next question is it's not just art. There's experiences, there's a show. Talk about the whole experience that we're walking into, from the entryway, details to walking the booths and how you set up. What are we supposed to feel when we walk through this show?
You or me?
I know,
Well,
both.
there's a whole lot to experience here. Obviously, it's a visual feast.
Correct.
Right? And so there's
With
a
art,
lot.
though, comes experience and emotion and feel what you see,
That's right. There's visual arts between 3D sculptures and 2-dimensional artwork, and some reproductions. But the range of art that you're going to experience is phenomenal. But in this, you're going to have some dining experiences. You're going to have cultural programming, which Amy can get into depth with. Cultural programming is just basically a theater that we build, right? And then the institutions give talks, and she can elaborate on it.
Oh, I love that. Okay.
But then we have the UBS VIP lounge, which I think opening night's going to have caviar and fresh champagne exploding, and lots of experiences, which is the point,
Yeah.
right? It's a cultural feast for the soul, and it's something that we are so excited that our city, valley, and our state has really not only gotten behind it, but they're all pushing it.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit more about the culture.
Sure, absolutely. So that starts on Friday, and Trey mentioned we build a theater on site. And basically, it's designed. We have 4 talks on Saturday, 4 on Friday, and 1 on Sunday. And so there's a whole schedule on the website, and it brings in directors, curators, artists. So we get some behind the scenes, kind of inside the studio. We have Naomi and Tyler Glasses. Cara Romero will be in talk with a curator from the Center for Creative Photography in Tucson, which, side note, hosts the largest Ansel Adams and photography archives in the world.
What?
Is here in
And
Tucson,
here in
Arizona.
town?
It's in Tucson,
the
called
state, I
Center,
meant, yeah.
but it's in Arizona, and a lot of people
That's
don't know
crazy.
that. So we really do have a long history with photography here, and so we have a lot of exhibiting galleries showing photography, and that will be included in the cultural programming. So
No one has a favorite kid. I mean, we can all say that, but we all, who are you most, I want to ask each of you, who are you most looking forward to, either international or local artists that's coming? I know.
that's a tough one.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I know that everyone has their own niche, but like, what's someone this could be a bucket list artist? Like, man, I've really wanted to see this person and their work. Like, who is that for you guys?
Yeah, this is a cop-out, but it's true. The art world for me is all based on relationships.
Yes.
And so some of these gallery owners, they've become godparents in some ways, and
Right.
it's really nourishing if you can develop these relationships as we have. And so it's more about those relationships coming into town, regardless of what they're showing,
Yeah.
right? That's what kind of fills my tank.
Like a home pride I get to show off kind of thing.
Yeah, it works. That's for me, and that I did say it was a cop-out.
What about you, Amy?
I think for me, it's the variety that we were able to bring in this year. So because my collection, my husband and I collect art as well, and we have a whole variety. I mean, I
Yeah.
love figurative work, I love landscape work, I love abstract, and so I think when you come from that place, for me, it's going to be up and down the aisles and just really enjoying and experiencing each one and trying to contain myself on not buying too much
I was
art,
about to
because
ask
it can
you,
be dangerous in there.
Do you have
There's
a space
so much
in
great
mind
work.
that like needs something at home? I feel like
I don't always need. I just create a space. I feel like I'm at that point where I'll just move something, and it's a bit of a problem,
Yeah.
maybe, but it's a
That's
good problem to have.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
give you that
love
one.
art and I love collecting art. So
I'd love to hear from both of you individually. How did you get involved in the art world? What does art mean to you?
For me, it was I grew up in LA and I went to school in Texas, and I actually
Wow, that was a big difference.
It was, and frankly, I'm not going to. I don't want to overstate it or understate it. Arizona is a wonderful marriage of both.
Yeah, it is.
Really
I've
is.
lived in Texas. Yeah.
And I love all aspects of it. But for me, my dad opened a gallery 40 some odd years ago, and I bought him out here locally only about 15 years ago.
Okay.
But I sold my first painting at 22 years old on Main Street.
I love it. What painting? Everyone knows
It was a
first.
watercolor by Mary Deloy Arndt.
Okay, see? Yeah.
$3,200.
Nice. I love it. You still have the pride on your face from
I
that
do.
sale.
I was. I felt like I won the lottery. Truly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you kind of did, because at that point, it kind of led you into everything that you're doing now, you know? with
Sure
your
did.
career. What about you, Amy?
I started in magazine publishing at it was called Desert Living.
Yeah.
Here in the Valley, and I covered a lot of art and architecture for them. So I started going to all the art shows, going to the museums. So I was probably 22 at the time, 21, right around the same age. Still in college even when I started some of it. And so from there, I became involved and started working full-time with International Artist Publishing. And that's when I started the art fair circuit. And I went to my first art fair in 2006 in Los Angeles.
Okay.
And then we used to go to Miami and Art Basel, Art Hamptons. We would do Expo Chicago. I mean, just the San Francisco Fine Art Fair. So you start to learn each different, the region, the galleries that exhibit, and it's a fun circuit to run. And when I met Trey, it was just so wonderful to hear that, he had this idea to bring this to market, and I was fully engaged and dedicated from the moment, I heard that that's what his project was. I wanted to be involved. And it's been an honor and a thrill. I mean, we absolutely love
you're
it.
on year 2, and you feel like it seems like you've been doing this for 10 years at least together.
Feels
you know?
like
It does feel like it. I think we both
It's an
have
event business.
wrinkles and some gray hair from it.
Yeah.
But yes, but it's a lot of fun at the same time.
Let's talk about the audience that may not be art collectors, but this is still something for them. Talk about that for our guests and our listeners here, because I do not collect art, but I love going to these things.
Right.
Talk about that, how we can get them there and their influence.
Well, anybody, no matter if they're young, if they're kids, if they are in art school, or if they don't have any kind of concept of really what fine art or what the world considers art to be, it's an experience, right? I always say that without art, what's the point, right? We can't make sense of the emotions we have without music, without visual arts and performing arts and all of that fun stuff. Obviously, 3 businesses in the art business. I'm
You have a little favorite,
I'm a little biased. But truthfully, somebody will get inspired who has absolutely no intentions on doing so.
Yeah.
If they just walk that fair.
Yeah.
For a variety of, first of all, the space is beautiful.
Yeah.
We took a 117,000 square foot barn and we made it into a very luxurious,
High-end,
affluent feeling environment. And it's, first of all, it takes a lot to do that, but we did it.
You'll sleep next week. It's fine. No
Maybe.
big deal.
Exactly.
Maybe. Yeah.
We're having stress sleep right
Yeah.
now. The
Yeah.
4 a.m. wake
Yeah.
up. But yeah.
So that's what I feel, that anybody can come in there and be inspired by something, right? That's the arts, no matter what avenue we're looking at, if it's performing, visual, and all the other varieties. So again, I think everybody can be moved by something, and the amount of artwork that's in that building,
You'll find something.
you'll find something.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just want to add to that we really want to make it approachable for families too. So 12 and under are complimentary.
Good to know.
We encourage that on the weekends if you want. It's nice and cool in there. It's going to be a little hot, we hear, next week. So, we encourage that because I think there's so much emotion when experiencing art. It's different for everyone because you're pulling from your own life experience and things that pieces will remind you of. And I think it's just really unique to be able to see that much work in one day under one roof.
So March 19th through the 22nd at WestWorld, is there certain days, you talked about building the stage, are there certain days that certain things are coming? I know we can go to ScottsdaleArtWeek.com to check the list of events and get your tickets and stuff like that. Anything specific to look for certain days?
So our opening day is going to be on Thursday, and so that we have it's called the vernissage I mentioned earlier. Actually, that's from 6 to 9 that night, and that's the party. There's going to be a fashion show by Galena at ASU's FIDM, very creative, incredible. That she'll be doing. We have Lunar Calendar playing that night, and so that's the definite party.
Okay.
Then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, there's Design Day on Friday that it's hosted by Phoenix Home and Garden Magazine. There'll be a few panelists talking about various aspects of design. Then on Saturday, we have most major institutions are going to be in the theater with their directors and curators and just amazing artists and really just interesting things to pull back the curtain on the art scene and get an inside look. Sunday will be a little bit more casual and a great time. It'll be picked over at that point though, because when artwork sells, it leaves the walls and leaves the building. So then they bring out new inventory regularly throughout the weekend as well. So I mean, it's something where I think truly each day offers something special. And I also want to mention a new addition this year is Art Nexus. They're a third party that does art tours. And so if you're new to this whole industry and you've never experienced an art fair, you can sign up for one of their tours. They take about, I think, 10 people at a time. So it's a small, intimate group. It's run by art historians, and they'll just kind of break down the fair for you and make it a little bit less intimidating and just, I think it's a really great, we met them. They do major fairs all over the world. We met them in New York at an art fair, and this will be their first time in Scottsdale, and they're thrilled.
What a great opportunity for those people we don't know everything and anything, just to be able to explain the history or the purpose behind it. Makes the art more special, I think.
In addition to Thursday, we have First Look. And so for real serious institutional or not institutional collectors, there is an elevated ticket price to be the first one to go and experience inventory.
Nice.
And so from 1 to 6 on Thursday, the 19th, that's what we call First Look.
Okay.
And then we switch from 6 to 9 to Vernissage, which is the pop, the big event, right? And so that's an important day too. And if it's 102 degrees, come into that 72-degree building and come look at art.
I'm ready.
Right?
I'm already dreading the weather. I'm really excited. Scottsdale's art scene has really blown up. I mean, it's beautiful here. We are so unique. As someone who, just moved here 7 years ago, like you've been saying, it really is a unique gem of a city and a state. And I only like to tell so many people to visit, so I don't want them invading because I like it how it is, but I'm so proud of all of this and what we're doing. I'm excited to go. So.
Well, we're excited to have you, and we're excited too.
We're thrilled.
Last question before we leave. My favorite question I ask every guest is, and I'll go with you first, Trey.
Sure.
So you'll get extra time to think. What is your favorite Scottsdale vibe?
My Scottsdale, well, I have daughters at home and a wife, and our favorite thing to do here is to eat out amongst all the friends that we have out here. We don't care where it is.
Yeah, I was about to say, do you have a favorite or?
No.
It's hard to, right?
Well,
I mean, you have favorites, but there's so many good choices.
Even your favorites can change, right?
That's true.
And so just getting out, and we're homebodies, and so that's our time to go experience our community outside of what we do for a living, right?
I love that.
And so that's our thing.
That's great. What about you, Amy?
So I have to say the Phoenix Suns games, and technically that's a Valley experience.
Yeah, but come on, that's the only
part
team
of
the state. So
absolutely, we are diehards, and I have 2 kids, and my husband and I, we all go. We have season tickets. We had to go down to a half season because work's busy and lives are busy now. But that's our time away where we get off screens, we get off everything we're doing, and we just come together and we love it. We have a blast.
I've been doing this podcast for 5 years. That's the first time I've ever gotten that answer.
There you go.
Yeah, it's great.
And the team's really fun right now.
They are.
I mean, they have their chemistry. They're winning. It's a lot of fun.
It's an entertaining evening. It's worth it to go. Yeah, good for you guys. Well, as you heard from Trey and Amy, Scottsdale Art Week runs March 19th through the 22nd at WestWorld. Go ahead and get your tickets at ScottsdaleArtWeek.com. The link in the description of all of this will be in the episode description. But it will be sure to be an incredible celebration of art, culture, and creativity right here in our backyard, which we're so lucky to have. We've got more events to tell you but first, let's talk about Sean Shackleton, our favorite real estate agent here in Scottsdale. For over 25 years, Scottsdale real estate agent Sean Shackleton has guided buyers and sellers with straight talk, smart strategy, and data that keeps you ahead of the market. If you want a calm pro who won't let you settle for less, reach out to Sean at 480-734-7277 or visit her at theshackletongroup.com and make your next move a winning one. Well, after you go to the art show this weekend, it is the last week of spring training as well, so don't forget to go get your tickets to Cactus League games. We also have Big League Wiffle Ball All-Star Day in the World Series, March 23rd and 24th. We did an episode with Logan Rose of the Big League Wiffle Ball last week, so go cheer them on. We also have Tour de Scottsdale is happening March 28th again at WestWorld. And we have Arizona Bike Week, which is like the loud bikes on 2 wheels, the motorcycles, from April 8th through the 12th, again at WestWorld. So all of this is in the description of the episode. Go check it out on our YouTube channel if you are listening on any of our podcast listening apps. Otherwise, Scottsdale, have a wonderful week. Keep vibing, and I'll see you around town.